Let the people online get in. Shalom, 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 family, shalom. So how was y'all Passover? Show of hands who was this day first Passover they ever kept? All praises. So how was it? Beautiful, right? Beautiful experience, right? How about you, Michaela? How was your Passover experience? It was okay? It was okay. What about y'all? First time? It was good.
First, we kept the last
Oh,
year.
y'all kept it last year. Okay, this is the first time with a body organized. Okay, yeah, it was beautiful, man. I wish I can show y'all the slaughtering of the lamb and all that stuff. You know what I mean? That we did because it was a whole lot of behind the scenes work. But YouTube will shut us down. The second we try to post something like that, they'll shut us down. So maybe we'll create a a Patreon where we can show behind the scenes work so people that's out of state can actually get the experience with us. But all praise to the Most High. This is the seventh and final day of Feast of Unleavened Bread. It is a holy solemnity. It's a high holy day. This is why we gather together in holy solemnity. You know what I mean? To partake in the Most High holy feast. All right. So today I'm going to talk about something that's kind of serious. All right. Um, in the spirit, I just noticed a whole lot that's going on in Israel. I want to address it through the spirit. Um, Out of order marriages. Right. So today's title of today's lesson would be out of order marriages. All right. Out of order marriages. This is one of those lessons, brothers. I want y'all to pay attention. Take y'all notes, man. All right, take good notes, sisters too, but really, brothers, like y'all need to sharpen up and be a lot better with how y'all moving, man. Because look, in my little time in the truth, and I'm still a babe in the truth. You know what I'm saying? I'm still a babe in the truth. It ain't even been 4 years yet. It's close to coming up to 4 years. So in my short time of being in this truth, I noticed a lot of things. I'm noticing our people are bringing Babylonian customs and philosophies into this truth. These whole esoteric, ambiguous ideas into this truth. What does that mean? Right? It's a lot of out of orderness because our women are coming in and they still moving like hoes. Can I be real with y'all today? I can be honest. All right, I'm gonna be honest with y'all family, right? All right, so look, our women are still moving like harlots. They're moving like women. They're moving like hoes in this truth. The way they act, the things that they're doing, it's not conducive for a righteous woman, a daughter of Zion. Men, y'all acting still like whoremongers. The ideas that we have in the world, it's to the point, it's sad, right? When you come into the truth and you can't tell no difference between the world and the truth. The only way you can tell the difference is, oh, they wear fringes and mitris and they women got dresses on and they cover their hair when they pray. But outside of that, I can't tell the difference, right? That's what Paul was talking about. You a Jew outwardly, but not inwardly, because you ain't cleaning your spirits. Give me Romans 12:2. And Mosh, give me 1 Corinthians 11:3. We're going to get into this pecking order. It's a lot of out of orderness in Israel right now pertaining to marriage. It's out of orderness in everything in Israel, but marriage is one of the biggest things. This is the building block. This is the foundation of building our nation. And we got to get this right. If we're going to get this nation right, we got to get this right. So I'm going to set some rules that y'all might have missed. All right? We're going to set some rules that y'all might have missed, some guidelines that y'all might have not been privy to. All right? After this, y'all going to have a solid foundation on what a marriage is, and order, and how to do it, and the do's and don'ts. All right, go ahead, bring that out. Huh?
It's the book of Romans, chapter 12 and verse 2.
All praise it.
And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind.
Be ye transformed by what?
By the renewing of your mind.
Linda, what is transform? What does that mean? Change, right? So that means you got to make a change. Like I said, y'all change outwardly. We got a lot of Jews outwardly, right? But y'all spirits are still disgusting. I can't tell the difference between the world and y'all spiritually. It's sad when you got an Israelite assembly and you can't tell the difference between the world and the people. That's so-called in the truth, right? Be ye changed, as my sister said, right? What changes are you making to become a real daughter of Zion? What changes are you making, men, to become really kings in this thing, right? What changes? Okay, y'all made the outward appearances, right? Where you wearing 100% of the garment now. You're not mixing your fabrics. You're wearing your fringes. You got your little mitris on when you're out street teaching. All that's cool, right? But what have you did inwardly? What other works have you done? Because those are just outer appearances. Sisters, okay, now you're wearing your dress, right? You got your hair wrapped when you praying and all that and the word coming out. But those are just things that you can see. What are you doing inwardly, right? Bring that out, Mosh.
1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 3. But I will have you know that the head of every man is Christ, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Christ is God.
Anybody got a problem with that order, that pecking order? Okay. Well, I can't tell in Israel, right? See, look, let me tell y'all something, right? We bring out these scriptures, but we're not living these scriptures, right? With the Most High God and Yahweh Shai, there's no problem. They don't want accord. The problem comes in with men and Yahweh Shai, right? And then it's a trickle-down effect. What I see in the scriptures, I don't see in Israel. Let me explain. If you call yourself the head of the household and your wife is outworking you, you are not the head of the household. Period. There's no way she should be bringing in more money than you. That means you got more work to do, fellas. If your wife is outworking you, that means you got work to do. Maybe you didn't have a father or you didn't have an uncle to tell you this. This is what the brothers in the truth is for, right? You need to be working 60, 70 hours a work week trying to be a provider to your family, because how can a woman respect you, right? And she's bringing in more than you. She's not going to respect you. I'm going to be honest with you. She's not. She's going to be on some like, you need to be trying to get better. You need to be trying to get better. But if you ain't trying to get better, eventually it's going to be all bad. It's going to be a clash. You can't get comfortable, right? A lot of y'all want to be kings, right? But y'all don't want to put in the king work. A lot of y'all want to be beautiful daughters, delicate daughters of Zion, but y'all don't want to put in those works. Y'all want king rewards, but y'all don't want to put in the king work. You sloppy, Israel. You sloppy. You out of order. You know what I mean? You out of order. You sloppy. Hey, look. And look, just to let y'all know, I was there. I was once there. So don't hey, look, I'm rebuking myself. I was once there too. I know how y'all feel. I'm fortunate I got this truth later. You know what I'm saying? I was in my 20s. I know how I was. I was young and dumb, thinking that I always got parents I can kind of rebound on if I make some mistakes, right? But what about when you don't have that? What about when mommy and daddy house is closed and they don't let you back in the house? And then you got to really, really fend for yourself. That's when you're going to start making better decisions. A lot of times y'all make these disgusting, stupid decisions because y'all always got a fall guy to go back on, right? We cripple. Sometimes our parents crippled us. And that's the situation with Israel right now. And because of the curses, maybe you didn't have your father around. Maybe you didn't have men around. Maybe all you been around was women, okay? That's why we're in this troop and we're going to help each other. We're going to get better. But what we're not going to do is continue this. This is madness. What I'm talking about right now, men at home being house moms while they women are out going to get the chicken. That's out of order. All right? I don't give a damn what camp told you that's okay. It's not cool according to the scriptures. Read it again, Mosh.
But I will have you know.
Read it loud.
But I will have you know that the head of every man is Christ, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Christ is God.
That's the pecking order. There's no problem between the Most High and Yahweh Shai. The problem comes between Yahweh Shai and man, and then it's a trickle-down effect all the way to our children. This is why we need to rebuild our families, man. And how are we going to do that? Through order in these marriages, all right? See, now look, a lot of y'all are predicating a lot of y'all ideas, like I said, a lot of y'all ideologies and ideas based upon Babylonian customs, right? When the scriptures in Revelation talk about flee Babylon, it's deeper than what y'all think. That means in every capacity. A lot of y'all are coming in with Babylonian customs. For example, if you come into this truth and you feel like it's okay for you to be a house dad and your wife go out and get the money, you are in Babylon and you are in utter madness. That's not how it was with our forefathers. You will be laughed at. And you would not be able to go to war with David, King David. You see what I'm saying? That's a Babylonian custom that we got to get rid of. That's part of the rebuilding and repentance of us getting back to those glorious men that we used to be. All right? So we got to get rid of that madness. All right? Another thing that y'all forego that I'm noticing in Israel is premarital counseling. Premarital counseling. What is premarital counseling? Anybody define that? Shalom, family. Shalom. Everybody online. Somebody define premarital counseling. What is a counselor? Advisor. I love that. All right. Give me Proverbs. Proverbs 11:14. Since you got the apocrypha, you give me Proverbs, Mosh. Since you got the apocrypha, give me Sirach 6:23. You got both? Oh, you got okay. Mosh said I upgraded, man. I got a new Bible every week. Give me somebody give me Sirach 6:23, and somebody give me Proverbs 11:14 through the Spirit. It's a curse a woman shall compass a one. Yeah, exactly. It's prophecy. It's prophecy. Absolutely, it's prophecy. But there's a reason behind it. It is biblical prophecy, but there's reason behind it, and it's because our men are being feminine now. They have this whole feminine movement with our men, and they are sensationalizing mediocrity. We're not doing that no more. All right. We're not finna use the excuse we in curse, we in bondage. You can get out of this. All right. You just gotta work. The Most High said, keep my commandments and you'll have good success. Put in the work, Israel. Y'all don't want to put in the work. That's what I said. Y'all want the king-like results, but don't want to put in the king-like work. So let me give an example. If you got a situation right now, right, where you're working maybe 40 hours a week or maybe part-time, right? Okay, that's cool, right? If you got a job and you got a car, you should be doing Uber to compensate for the rest of that. All right? You need to have a side hustle or something else where you're compensating for the lack of not having 60, 70 hours. Sometimes jobs now, because of the COVID, they give you 60, 70 hours. But if they not, right, you need to be working 60, 70 hours as a man if you're going to call yourself a man and bringing in that type of money. I love my young boy, Lava Rock. Told me he did a 16-hour shift. I love that, because that means he's not leaving it up for nobody else. He's not leaving it up for mommy and daddy. He's putting in the work. See, you want the king results? Well, you got to put in the king-like result work. Bring that out, huh? Bring that out. Proverbs. Bring that Proverbs first. Proverbs 11:14.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 11 and verse 14.
Uh-huh.
Where no counsel is.
Where no what?
Where no counsel
and as
is.
my brother Anthony said, counselors are what? Somebody to give you advice. Remember when you was in school, you had the counselor? What was the job of a counselor? Curriculum path, right? Let's see what type of student you are. You know what? You're kind of studious. You should go to college. You know what? You're not really studious. That's not really your lane. You seem like somebody you're more for a trade. Let's go ahead and go down this trade line. That's the job of a counselor. They give advice. Now, we got counselors in here, and they give advice based upon what? Based upon what? The scriptures. Right? Read that again.
Where no counsel is.
When you don't have no counselors and people giving advice, read.
The people fall.
The people fail. That's what I see a whole lot going on in Israel. A lot of damn councils based on Babylonian principles and not on the scriptures. A lot of counsel and advice based on Babylon customs and these ambiguous ideas that you get from Esau, and you bring in this damn truth where it has no place. What is the judgment of Esau? What is the judgment of Babylon? Why the hell are we bringing those customs in this truth where it don't belong? Our God is the God of what? The what? Living. Why are we bringing death in this truth? Read that again all the way through.
Book of Proverbs, chapter 11 and verse 14.
Uh-huh.
Where no counsel is, the people fall.
Where there's no counselors, the people fall. But watch this.
But in the multitude of counselors.
But when you have a multitude, that means many counselors that's giving advice. Read.
There is safety.
There's what?
Safety.
That's where you have safety among your flock, among your body. When you have men that study and is giving advice based upon the scriptures, you have safety, because now you have structure. And you're not having just things running wild when it's just rampant. I'm doing everything I want to, right? Read that, huh? Read that.
Sirach, chapter 6 and verse 23.
Uh-huh.
Give ear, my son. Receive my advice.
Receive my what?
Advice.
It's not Iram advice. All right? It's not Iram advice. All right? The Lord said, hear my advice. Read.
And refuse not my counsel.
And refuse not my counsel, because I'm not the one. I'm just a conduit. I'm a vessel that the Most High is using. So if you refuse this counsel, you got a problem with the Most High, not me. All right? I'm just a messenger. As they say, don't shoot the messenger, right? Shout out to my Akim, messengers of the covenant. right? Don't shoot the messenger. So I'm just gonna give you this message, plain and simple, right? Raw and uncut. All right. So what I'm seeing right now in Israel, it's a whole lot of wickedness, man. A whole lot of gray areas y'all want to flirt and play and titter tatter with the lines, right? You got women that's in here, they not understanding what marriage is. So this is what our women do. They come to a camp, then they go to another, they marry a brother, don't like that situation, then go to another camp, get to putting their eyes on another brother, and then want to marry that brother or do some type of sexual acts with that brother, then go to another camp, she's defiled. She's moving like a woman in the world. She's no different. This is what our women are doing right now. And y'all men got to be counselors. Therefore, you have safety among your flock. You got to watch out for, because a lot of, hey, look, sisters are going to come and go. And the sisters that are going to come in, all of them ain't going to be good. And it's easy to identify them. When they easy, y'all know what time it is. If she's easy for you, how easy was she before in the other camp? Where's structure over here? Imagine no structure. Y'all got to ask yourself these questions. Right? 1 Corinthians 14 and 40. 1 Corinthians 14 and 40.
Book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 14 and verse 40.
Bring it out.
Let all things be done decently and in order.
We hear this scripture a lot, right? Let all things, some things,
all things,
especially marriage, we need to be done decently in order. See, a lot of y'all don't want the premarital counseling because y'all don't want to be in order. Y'all don't want to do it in order. A lot of people avoid the counsel because they don't want to do it right. They know, like, if they come get the counsel, we're not going to approve that marriage, man. Because now we got to open up the books and we got to see where you at. We got to see how much money you, now we got to get in your business. We got to see how much money you making. It's because it's not just about love. Yeah, do you got your own place? You still living with mommy? Okay, we know where we got to fix that. Y'all, it's okay. Y'all betroth. Y'all can betroth to each other. Y'all can belong to each other, but no sex. Because that's what finish and finalize it. It's okay. We're not saying you not to like the opposite sex. That's natural. We reproduction beings. We want to reproduce. That's natural. The Lord said marriage is honorable. The bedroom is undefined. The key word is marriage. What's not honorable is fornication. That's what's going on in Israel. A whole lot of fornication. This is what women are doing. I'm coming over here. I'm having sex with this guy. Right? Oh, that didn't work out. So she's a quitter, knowing that the Most High God said, look, you belong to that man as long as you live. What the hell is wrong with you? This is why marriage is very serious. This is why, give me Sirach real quick. Show y'all something. Give me Sirach 7. Sirach 7. And let's read verse 25.
It's the book of Sirach, chapter 7, verse 25. Marry thy daughter, and so shalt thou have performed a weighty matter.
What does that mean, Kasain? Marry your daughter, you performed a weighty matter. What does that mean? A weighty matter.
Patience.
Patience, okay. What you think?
I think it means for maybe a father to marry their daughter to like take care of them, and they wait until she gets married to them.
Okay. Get somebody else. Give me somebody else. It's a heavy load. Me and Roger got daughters. It's a heavy load, bro. Because you don't know.
Who you giving her
You don't
to?
know who you're giving her to until you do. This is why the Lord said, read it again, from the top.
Marry thy daughter.
You marrying your daughter? Read.
And so shalt thou have performed a weighty matter.
It's a weighty matter. You got sleepless nights because you don't know. It's like, well, look, when I give them to her, ain't no coming back here. It's over with. See, our sisters used to getting out of marriages and getting out of situations. That's not how this truth works. That's the world. Y'all can't bring that Babylonian stuff here. When you lay down, you stay down to death. Do y'all understand that? I don't think so. Because what I'm seeing right now is, sisters, I'm going over here. I'm going to BLW. Oh, no, I'm going to go to True Nation. Oh, no, I'm going to go over here. Then I'm going to go over here. Messenger and Covenant. Let me go over here to HOI. Let me go to Sakari, right? One-away brides. In the eyes of the Most High, you still married to that first man that you laid down with. You knew better. Don't play that game. You knew better. You think, okay, yeah, I'm going to go over here with this dude and that dude, and not knowing you spreading adultery and fornication all throughout Israel. This is why the Lord said, y'all got to make sure that when y'all do this, that y'all do this decently in order, man. Give me Wisdom of Solomon 14 and 26.
Finish that.
Yeah, finish that, King. My bad.
It says, but give her to a man of understanding.
You want to make sure that you give her with a man of understanding. And we know the Lord said, be continually with a godly man. What's a godly man? One that just break it down. He keep the commandments. One that you what? What's the key word? You know. How do you know? You only known this man for 3 months. How you know? You don't know what he's doing. You don't know where he lives. You don't know what type of lifestyle he is. He ain't even completed the whole cycle of feast yet. You ready to give your daughter away? You know, like, do you even know if this man is in the truth? But this is how we moving in Israel. This is why we have councils and counselors. This is why we have structure to protect y'all, especially women, because y'all don't know how to make the right decisions. It's not in your anatomy to do so. This is why the Lord said, I put a man over you to supervise and see things that you're not going to see, because you're going to make a decision on, oh, he makes me tingle down there. Yeah, he makes me tingle down there. Right? Which is cool. Hey, I love love. Love is a part of the scriptures, but that's not it. It's not it, because he makes me tingle down there. All right, it's more than that. All right, there's also a business aspect that you avoid and don't even think about, because you so goddamn fixated on how he makes you feel, and you're not thinking about all the other things. Like, does he have a house? Does he have a car? Does he have income? If I reproduce with this man, how is his parents? I'm about to intermingle my seed with him. Let me go see and make sure that we can intermingle right and that our kids are going to be good. You don't think about these things because you're so hot and tempted and horny and make decisions based on how you feel, not on what's right. This is why the Lord said counselors above y'all, because y'all not going to see that. And it's okay. Y'all young, y'all don't know that. The men of the Lord do. We've been doing this for a while. All right. So we know what it takes for marriage. It's more than just love. All right. A lot of people look marriage on love and then they fail. We're gonna get into those statistics. I don't want to ruin it, and we're gonna get to it. But read that. Yeah, Wisdom of Solomon, 14:26. Matter of fact, we in the spirit. Let's get to those statistics. Let me find them for y'all. Go ahead, bring that out.
The book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14 and verse 26. Disquieting of good men, forgetfulness of good turns, defiling souls, changing.
Read up to 24. Salakia, read 24, and then we're gonna read down to 26.
Verse 24. They kept neither lives nor marriages any longer undefiled, but either one slew one another treacherously, or grieved him by adultery.
What does that mean, Carlton? Break that down for me. What does it mean? It says they kept neither. Read that again.
They kept neither lives nor marriages any longer undefiled, but either slew one another treacherously or grieved him by adultery.
What does that mean?
They didn't keep their marriages. They moved from one person.
Pillar to post, right? Yeah. They hopping on povo stick to povo stick. Can I be honest with y'all? That's what our sister's doing right now. This is a prophecy. Notice when Solomon was writing this, we had peace and immunity. We were sovereigns. So Solomon is talking about another time. He's talking about our time right now. He's talking about a prophecy. You remember King David and King Solomon was prophets. They're talking about a future time period. That time period is right now. We don't have no regard for human life, especially in Israelite life, to the point where you need to have a whole slogan, Black Lives Matter. Even within ourselves, we don't give a damn about ourselves, to the point we'll shoot. What's the shooting race in LA right now? Game banging is on another level in LA right now. It's shootings left and right now. This pandemic got people going crazy. It's like the 90s again. Now we're protected because we're in the truth. We don't really see it. But every time I call home and I tap in, I'm like, damn, it's going down. So-and-so got shot. So-and-so just died. So-and-so didn't make it. Right? Read that again all the way through.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14, verse 24. They kept neither lives nor marriages any longer undefiled, but either slew one another treacherously or grieved him by adultery.
Grieved him by adultery. So either, all praises to the big bro out there in Sacramento. In the spirit, we were just talking about you. King gonna come out there and rock with you, man. Hold it down. Hold it down for my big bro. I clap it up for the big bro in Northern California, man. My big bro, Barack, man, holding it down. He tapping in. All praise to the Most High. But nevertheless, It's in our music. When you want to know what's going on in our community, just look at the music and what's selling right now. What's the main thing selling right now? Either I'm stealing and I'm taking your girl, or I'm shooting nigga. I shot 19 niggas on one song. And it's number one. Right. And our people are playing it. This is what the scripture is talking about. Drop down to verse 26.
Verse 26. YouTube as number one with a brother at another brother, a so-called op brother gravesite making a song dissing.
That's crazy. I seen that. Oh, yeah. That's another level. That's number one. That's another level. Yeah, that's that Chicago drill movement. Yeah, this dude went to his so-called enemy's gravesite that died and made a song pouring liquor on the grave and all that. That's like he's asking for death. You know what I'm saying? That's why even be that damn bold. What the hell is wrong with you? You don't care about life. But that's what the scripture talked about.
Took the casket too.
Took it up. Oh, they dig the grave up and
during the funeral.
Oh, during the funeral.
Took the casket during the funeral.
They got that much hate for our own people. Now, had they done that to any Edomites who did our people way more dirty? Anyways, man, I just don't understand Jake, man. That's why he gonna have to die, man. 2/3 gotta die. Read that.
Verse 26. Disquieting of good men, forgetfulness of good turns, defiling of souls, changing of kind, disorder in marriages.
Disorder in what?
In marriages.
Disorder in marriages. What's after that?
Adultery.
Adultery. When you disorder in marriage and you do it out of order, it equals adultery and fornication. Let me say that again. When you do not have marriage in order, it's going to equal adultery or fornication. Why did the Most High put it like that? Because that's exactly what's going on. Read.
And shameless uncleanness.
Shameless uncleanness. Shameless. What is shameless? I
don't care.
Don't give a damn, right? I got 100 bodies. So what? I'm unclean. So what? I'm defiled. So what? That's our sisters today. In the truth. That's how they moving. And that's why we got to get back to this order, man, and structures of things, right? So I'm going to bring out a statistic. Let me bring out a statistic real quick. Let me share my screen. For those, y'all can look on your phone. I'm going to read it to y'all. Don't worry. For the crowd, I'm going to share this statistic real quick through the spirit. Y'all can hear me? Okay, cool. All right, so look. Let me put on my little specs. All right, so look. It says, look. Right here, it says, this is from brides.com. So this is a marriage website. Brides.com. It's a pretty reputable website, right? It's talking about arranged marriages compared to marriages that's choiced. Arranged marriages based on choice marriages. Choice marriages versus arranged marriages, right? In the Western world, we look down upon arranged marriages, right? But that's where we come from. That's our heritage, right? And I'm going to bring something that's interesting to y'all. Arranged marriages versus women that marry by choice. Like I said, you're marrying based on because he makes you tingle. What happens when he stops making you tingle? What's next? If that's all you base your marriage upon, what's next? Divorce, right? Because I'm not happy. I'm gonna quit. Remember, the Most High said the fruits of the Spirit. Which one of the character traits that you gotta have? Long suffering. That's the word, but long suffering, right? Keyword suffering. Most High says it's gonna be a suffering process. Marriage is not easy. I mean, your parents been married for hella long. Was it always easy for your mom? I'm sure it wasn't. No. She stayed down with that man. Long suffering. Do y'all know that? It's not gonna always be peaches and cream and marshmallows. All right, this romance stuff got y'all messed up, man. Y'all need to turn off Disney. That's not the truth. All right, it's gonna be Disney moments, but it's gonna also be heartaches. That's how the Most High operate. He said he don't like false balances. It's an abomination. He want to see if we're gonna stick it out for the long run. Are you in this for real? Or are you in this for play? All right, so let me read this. This is brides.com. All right, so let's go ahead and get to the statistic. It said it is estimated over half of the marriages worldwide are arranged, and that over 20 million of those unions exist in the world today. It says a surprising fact given that we almost never hear about arranged marriages unless we're discussing their famously low divorce rates. So the only time we hear about arranged marriages is when they're talking about the divorce rates being very low. Let's get to them. It says in the U.S., While the divorce rates hover over 40 or 50%, the divorce rate for arranged marriages is 4%. Watch this. In India, where some estimate that 90% of marriages are arranged, the divorce rate is only 1%. So let's break that down. Let's break that down. All right. I'm going somewhere. Follow me. Arranged marriages. That's how the scriptures is. When your father give you away, that's an arrangement. I have an arrangement with the potential bride, and we work something out, and then I give my daughter away. But no, not our women nowadays. No, I don't need my daddy involved. No, you do. You need somebody because you don't know what the hell you're doing. You're gonna run out of control and crash, and then you're gonna end up marrying a dude and then be sorry and want to go back to your daddy's house. No. You stay with him now. You don't want to keep the order. Stay there. I don't want to hear you cry. Deal with that. Long suffering, remember? We're trying to avoid these problems. The Most High give us how to be successful. It's the guideline. We don't want this. That's why we got kicked out of our land. We didn't want this. So let's break this down. It said 90% of India, y'all know that's within the so-called Middle East, the region where we come from, right? 90%, they still deal with arranged marriages, and they only had 1% of divorce rates. So let's say every 1,000. So every 1,000 marriages in America is 50% divorce rates. So every 1,000 marriages, 500 of them are going to quit. In India, every 1,000 marriages, only 10 of them are going to quit. Bring it up.
That's funny because in the U.S. to have an arranged marriage, that's old school. Like you gotta ask the pops for
Give me Jeremiah 6:14.
That's considered as old school. Like I'm not doing all that. If you tell somebody like, hey, you gotta go talk to her father, nah, I ain't doing that.
It ain't work. But it works.
Yeah.
Well, look at the statistics. Give me Jeremiah 6:14.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 6 and verse 14.
Uh-huh.
They have healed also the hurt of the daughter of my people.
We healing the hurt of our people slightly. What is how they do it slightly over here? Is that peace where there's no peace? No, I want the one where it says the old way. Give me the old way. I know it's in 17, 16, 17. Is that the old way? Hold on, Salaki. 16, 16. Bring that out.
Look at Jeremiah chapter 6 and verse 16.
Uh-huh.
Thus saith the Lord, stand ye in the way and see, and ask for the old path.
Ask for what?
The old path.
What they say, love? That's old, right? The Lord said, ask for the old way. It works. We're looking at India right now, 90%. So like I said, in India, there's 1,000 marriages, right? Out of 1,000 marriages, only 10 of them quit. In America, out of 1,000 marriages, 500 quit. And it's probably more in the Israelite community. You know how we is. Sister don't feel it's right. Oh, that shit. Oh, this over with. I'm cool, girl. Nah, I'm gonna quit. Nah. I'm finding somebody else. You 32 kids, you gonna find somebody else for real? You think so? All right, let's see. And if you do, he ain't gonna be what you just had. That man that gave you them 2 children. He not gonna love your children like the man that actually put seed in you. Our sisters is just bugged out their damn mind, man. The marriage, I didn't look it up, but I'm sure the divorce rate is higher in the Israelite community. Let's see if we can get some off the cup. Let's see something. Let's see. Divorce rate in the African American community.
Like 80%. Depressing numbers.
That's crazy. So we went up. So we right around the average. But ours went up. See, look. All right, shut up, girl. Shut up. She's still talking. Hey, look. Now look. We didn't divorce at a high rate when we was in slavery and we was going through hardcore bondage. We actually married at a higher rate. But now it's crazy. Do y'all see this number? Why are women 59 and 60 divorcing their husband? Who the hell you think you're going to find at 50 years old and 60 years old? You're a grandma. Yeah. What's wrong with our women? What's going on? Anybody guess? What's going on?
Got the kids out the house now.
Huh?
They didn't lived with this man all this time, that long suffering, and he's tired of it. I gotta go.
Ambiguous lifestyle, man. That whole Babylonian customs. I'm free. I can do what I want. I don't want rules anymore. My kids are grown. I got grandchildren. First of all, you got grandkids. What are you doing out the house? You bugging. That don't even look right. But you got 60-year-old women is just divorcing their husband now, right? This is an interesting fact. But nevertheless, you see the arranged marriages, right? So let's go to the scriptures. Let's get Genesis 28. Let's see an arranged marriage in the scripture. Genesis 28, verse 1.
It's the book of Genesis, chapter 28 and verse 1.
Read it out.
And Isaac called Jacob and blessed him and charged him and said unto him, thou shalt not take a wife of the daughters of Canaan.
So y'all see right there, right? Right off the bat, Isaac, who's the Jacob's father, he said, look, don't take no wife from the Canaanite women, all right? Don't deal with them. Read.
Arise, go to Padam Aram, and to the house of Bethuel, thy mother's father, and take thee a wife from thence.
Take a wife from your own lineage. All right. So y'all seeing the order right here, right? Write this down, fellas. First and foremost, you gotta take a wife that's within your own lineage, your own tribe, specifically, but within your own lineage, right? Read.
Of the daughters of Laban, thy mother's brother. And God Almighty bless thee, and make thee fruitful, and multiply thee, and thou mayest be a multitude of people. So this is the instruction of his father, right? That he gave to his son. He said, go marry this woman in particular, not only go into this this lineage, go to this particular house, go to Laban's house and get one of his daughters. And you're gonna be blessed. This is Isaac telling them the prophecy. He's telling Jacob the prophecy, right? Drop down to chapter 29. Let's read chapter 29. Verse 1.
Come.
Book of Genesis, chapter 29 and verse 1. Then Jacob went on his journey and came into the land of the people of the east. And he looked, and behold, a well in the field, and lo, there were the 3 flocks of sheep lying by it, for out of the well they watered the flocks. Let's get to the point. I don't want to keep y'all too long. Let's drop down to verse 29. Verse 9. Verse 9. And while he yet spake with them, Rachel came with her father's sheep, for she kept them. And it came to pass when Jacob saw Rachel, the daughter of Laban, his mother's brother, and the sheep of Laban, his mother's brother, that Jacob went near and rolled the stone from the well's mouth, and watered the flock of Laban, his mother's brother. And Jacob kissed Rachel. Not in a seductive kiss. It was like a, damn, I found y'all. I've been looking for y'all. When we skip, I wanted to get through this whole chapter, but we're gonna get through this lesson. I want to get through it. Nevertheless, he was running around the town. He was asking, hey, y'all know Laban? Y'all know where he at? It was like, yeah, we know him. Yeah, he live over around this way. And while he was saying that, his daughters came up with the sheep. And he was like, oh, there go one of his daughters right there. So Jacob was like, well, he was happy to see her. He didn't kiss her in a seductive way. He kissed her on some loving tip, like, damn, I was looking for y'all. I found you, right? Watch this, read. And lifted up his voice and wept. And Jacob told Rachel that he was her father's brother, and that he was Rebekah's son. You know, we family, right? You my kid folks. I came to see y'all, right? Watch what she do. And she ran and told her father. She said, oh, hold on, let me go get my daddy. Right, read. And it came to pass when Laban heard the tidings of Jacob, his sister's son, that he ran to meet him and embraced him and kissed him and brought him to his house and told Laban all these things. So they catching up. They like, damn, bro, come here, boy. You my sister's boy, man. Come in here, right? Read. And Laban said to him, surely thou art bone and my flesh. You my family. We come from the same lineage. When you see that, read. And he abode with them the space of a month. They chilled out for like a month. Read. And Laban said unto Jacob, because thou art my brother, shouldest thou therefore serve me for naught? Tell me, what shall thy wages be? Why you come way over here? What's up, man? What you want? I know you want something, right? Watch this. So Jacob like, all right, well, since you asked, all right, what's up? Let's talk about it. Watch this. And Laban had 2 daughters. The name of the elder was Leah, and the name of the younger was Rachel. Leah was tender-eyed, but Rachel was beautiful and well-favored. She was drop-dead gorgeous. He said, look, both of them bad, but look, I want the one that's drop-dead gorgeous. You know what I'm saying? So it's normal. Men fall in love with what they see. Y'all familiar with that one, all right? Men fall in love with what they see. Y'all shouldn't be falling in love with what y'all see. I mean, y'all probably want the men to be attractive, but it needs to be more than that. And we're going to get through this and explain that. Men, we fall in love with what we see, right?
He seen her and fell in love instantly. Like, damn, she bad. She bad, right? They said Leah was tenderized, which means she was pretty. But Leah was beautiful and well favored. That means she was drop dead gorgeous. She probably was curvy and all that, right? Read.
And Jacob loved Rachel and said, I will serve thee 7 years.
She was so bad that he's like, look, I served 7 years for her. That's how bad she was, right? Read.
Thy younger daughter. And Laban said, it is better that I give her to thee than that I should give her to another man. Abide with me. And Jacob served 7 years for Rachel.
So y'all see the father's agreement, right? So look, first, foremost, right? She got to be of your nation. Second, right? She got to be of marriageable age. Give me that precept with Judah. With Judah, when he promised his son to the harlot, and then he was like, hold on, let him get a little bit older. Because you got to be marriageable age, right? And then 3, parents' permission. They had an agreement, right? After that, 4 is like a proving stage where y'all can date, kind of do like a righteous dating, proving each other, y'all seeing, y'all getting to know each other. And then 5th is the consummation in the wedding. Consummation, you finalize it, you have the wedding. Those are the simple steps. What are we doing right now? We're foregoing counsel, we're foregoing advice, right? If you don't have a father in this truth, then you come to the man that you're getting this word from. I don't want to do that, right? I don't want to do that. I'm going to go outside of them. I don't want no premarital counseling. I'm going to go do it. I'm grown. I don't need them to tell me how to pick a man. Yes, you do. Sisters, I'm going to tell y'all right now. Yes, you do. You don't know what you're doing. You need a man to help you pick. Because if you don't do that, you're going to find yourself in a world of trouble, and I can't save you. Don't come calling me about counsel later when you could have got it in the beginning. Don't come calling me 6, 7 months, and when you saying he's the worst man in the world, was he the worst man in the world when you opened your legs? Can I be honest with y'all, Israel? Was he the worst man in the world when you opened your legs? Was he the worst man in the world when he was tonguing you down? Huh? Absolutely not. But now you want to have counsel 7, 8 months now. Oh, he watched porn. Oh, he likes big booty women. Oh, he likes twerk videos. Right? Okay, well, look, that's what you signed up for. Deal with it. No, you're not getting out of that marriage. No, deal with it. That's what you asked for. Deal with it. Read.
Verse 20, and Jacob served 7 years for Rachel, and they seemed unto him but a few days.
Seemed like nothing. It was light.
For the love he had to her. And Jacob said unto Laban, give me my wife, for the days are fulfilled that I may go in unto her. And Laban gathered together all the men of the place and made a feast.
It made a what?
And made a
That's the wedding right there. The celebration. So I just wanted to show y'all the process, the steps of marriage, right? Y'all see that in the scriptures, right? There's steps, proper steps of marriage. We're not going to go there because I don't want to take up too much time. I want us to get into the feast. Write down Tobit chapter 7. Y'all read that, man. That's another one, all right? Tobit chapter 7 is another agreement between a man and a father and how he give away his daughter. You know what? Let's get to the punching, the hard-hitting precept there. Let's get Tobit 7. But read the rest of this on your free time. Tobit 7, and let's read verse 14.
Look at Tobit chapter 7 and verse 14. And called Edna his wife, and took paper, and did write an instrument of covenant, and sealed it. Then they began to eat. And after Raguel called his wife Edna, and said unto her, sister, prepare another chamber, and bring her in thither. Which when she had done...
Salakia, read 13.
13?
Yeah.
Verse 13. Then he called his daughter Sarah, and she came to her father, and he took her by hand and gave her to be a wife to Tobias.
So you got Tobias, the bridegroom, talking to his bride father, and they having an agreement. If you read the beginning of Tobit chapter 7, you'll see they had a whole agreement, a whole little conversation regarding, him taking one of his daughters. Right? Read.
Saying, behold, take her after the law of Moses.
You can take my daughter, but you got to take her after the laws of Moses. Make sure that you take my daughter based upon these scriptures. Read.
And lead her away to thy father.
And lead her away back to your father and back to where you live. Tobit, read.
And he blessed them.
And he blessed them. He said, go ahead. You can have it. Read.
and called Edna his wife, and took paper.
And took what?
And took paper.
And took what?
And took paper.
Took paper. All right? Took paper. I'm not saying you got to go to Esau to get the paper, but you need to get some paper. Some type of paperwork to substantiate the marriage to let me know that y'all married. Because Israel right now, y'all moving foul. It's a whole lot of damn marriages in Israel, and we don't even know if they married or not. Because there ain't no proof of the marriage. Right? So if you want to write up your own instruments and covenants, fine, I'm cool. Get something on paper and give me the copies. Matter of fact, I gotta give Rata the copy for me and Maria. Somebody needs to have a copy. So she say she not married. Like, no, she is. Look, right here. You got the. She tripping. No, she was married to such and such on this date. Look, here's the instrument of the covenant right here. Because what you got right now is a lot of runaway brides. I'm gonna go to this camp. I don't like this dude no more. I'm gonna quit. I'm a quitter. I'm gonna go to this camp now. Let me jump on this povo stick. I don't like him no more. They're boring. Let me go over here with this guy. Let me go over here to Texas. Let me go to Atlanta. Damn, you ain't been in 16 camps. At some point, you gotta look. Hey, it's you. You're the problem, not the men. Something going off with you. Read that again, huh?
Verse 14. And called Edna his wife, and took paper, and did write an instrument of covenants, and sealed it.
And sealed it. Sealed it, they put it away. We got the proof that this is a marriage. You read the rest of this. I suggest y'all read this on your free time. Went into the chambers. They laid down, they had sex, and then they had the wedding right after that, right? So y'all can read that, right? That's order, right? So look, we're seeing a lot of out of orderness right now, man. What we seeing in Israel is fornication. Give me 1 Corinthians 5. What is fornication? Ladies, what is fornication? I want to see if y'all know. What about you, Rena? What is fornication?
Sex outside of marriage.
Absolutely. Say it louder.
Sex outside.
Any sex outside of marriage. She's smart. That's how I know she's sharp. Beekeeper sharp. All praises, man. Look, if you having any sexual relations with anybody other than your husband, you are a fornicator. So what does that mean? For y'all to like to play the gray area, right? Well, he didn't enter my vagina, right? He didn't enter my vagina, right? That's what Israel like to do that. We wise to do evil. Give me Jeremiah 4 and 22. Jeremiah 4 and 22 real quick through the spirit.
Book of Jeremiah chapter 4 and verse 22.
For
my people is foolish. They have not known me. They are sottish children.
They are what?
They are sottish children.
That means we are simpletons. The Lord said, you simple. Like you an imbecile, man. You're really stupid. Read.
And they have none understanding.
You have zero understanding. What makes you think it's okay, right? To look, this is what women are doing. Be honest with y'all. Women are tugging down dudes, letting dudes fill all on their vagina, right? Fill all on their breasts and say, oh, well, I'm not married. You know, he didn't enter me. So you mean to tell me you can keep doing that, sis? You think that's okay? You can do that to like 15 dudes? That's okay? Nothing? You think you can do that? Man, you think y'all can do that? And defile the daughters of Zion with no repercussions? Are you kidding me? When you humble a sister according to the law, according to the Torah, you got to make her your wife. When you humble a sister, that goes in the aspects of humbling her. When you humble a sister, now you got to take on the responsibility of humbling the sister because she's defiled. You can't do that and then send her back to the wolves. That's messed up. So that's like me taking a sister in here. I bust her down, tongue her down. I do all type of stuff with her. And then later she married Calvert and I don't say nothing. Type of brother am I? Piece of shit brother, right? It's a lot of Israelites doing that right now. All right? Love what my sister brought out. Sex, any type of sexual activities, sex, intercourse with anybody other than your husband, you are a fornicator. All right? Now, if you're going to do that, if you're going to go ahead and violate the premarital counseling that the scriptures give you, not Iram and Ratazan, the scriptures give you, right? And you want to go ahead and jump the gun, well, you got to deal with that. Lie in that bed. Ain't no breaking that up. Most High said you belong to that man as long as you live. What part of y'all? And Most High said I hate divorce. Only reason why I allowed it is because Moses' heart. I don't want it because you make me look foolish. He said, what I put together that nobody put asunder. Mama, daddy, cousin, auntie, nobody. Y'all quitters. Y'all seeing the divorce rates because y'all not doing it orderly according to the scriptures. In India, 90% of marriages work. In America, 50% of them end in divorce, quitting. Because I don't feel right. Oh, he don't make me tingle no more down there. He don't turn me on anymore. All this stupid stuff. All right, because it's more than that. We're going to get to that. It's actually a business, right? Marriage is a business. You want to love the person, okay, that's cool. But that shouldn't be your only reason. That's why the scripture says, stumble not at the beauty of a woman. Oh, she's gorgeous, but okay, what kind of mind she has? Because he compared, I'm paraphrasing, he compared a woman, a beautiful woman with no discretion, like a Rolex diamond bezel that's in the mouth of a damn hog or a pig. It looks good, right? But it's all bad. What I'm going to do with that? It's a depreciating value. You know what pigs eat. So I'm looking at this iced out diamond bezel watch. It looks good, but it's in the mouth of a pig. I can't really do nothing with that. That's what the Most High is comparing a beautiful woman with no discretion. And her discretion need to be based upon what? The scriptures. I know how people say the law, but everything. Remember, Christ said live by every word. I don't like when people say the law. You know what I'm saying? Because all of this is the law. Every word. You know what I'm saying? Apocrypha, the wisdoms, the proverbs, the Psalms, the New Testament, Yahushai words, Paul writings. All right? Paul writings too. All right? Matter of fact, in the spirit, let's get to Paul writings. Give me that. 5 and 1. Moss, give me 1 Corinthians 7 and 1.
It's the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 5 and verse 1.
Uh-huh.
It is reported commonly that there is fornication among you.
Fornication, as my sister said, fornication is sex with anybody other than your husband. Sisters, you having sex with anybody other than your husband, you're a fornicator. Men, you having sex or sexual relations with anybody other than your wife, you're a fornicator. You got to make that woman your wife. But hold on, all right. So let's go ahead and address this, right? Go ahead, finish that scripture.
And such fornication as is not so much as name amongst the Gentiles.
The Lord said, well, Paul is writing to the church of Corinth. He's like, man, this fornication, the Gentiles ain't even doing this. Y'all outdoing them. This fornication y'all doing is on another level. Read.
That one should have his father's wife.
Now, this is a cut to people that say multiple wives is not in the New Testament. Now, we know, right? We're not talking about his goddamn mom. He's sleeping with his mom, right? Do we not know that? He's not sleeping with his mother. He said his father's wife, his father's second wife, like Reuben did. Y'all follow me or no? Y'all lose y'all? He's not sleeping with his mom. Read that again all the way through. Maybe they didn't get it.
Look at 1 Corinthians chapter 5 and verse 1. It is reported commonly that there is fornication among you, and such fornication as is not much as name amongst the Gentiles, that one should have his father's wife.
One should have his father's wife. So we know men are not sleeping with their mothers. All right. So it's talking about his father's second or maybe third wife. Nevertheless, it's still his wife. Right? Man is going off. And in the church of Corinth, there was a whole lot of fornication going on. And long story short, Paul is writing to him like, look, man, what the hell is y'all doing? Sleeping with your father's wives, man. What is wrong with y'all? Go get your own wife. Stop being like Reuben. Reuben was supposed to be the head tribe. He didn't lose his inheritance, but he lost the blessing of the firstborn because he didn't have no response. He didn't have no decorum or discipline. He seen one of his father's wife. She probably was, coming to the house one day looking good, and he did what he did. And it cost him because y'all got no discipline, man. Have some discipline. Understand, like, when you do this, like, this is for a lifetime. This is not the world when you can just knock her down and, all right, whatever. That was a moment, a night. This is not this. This is you lay down, you stay down. You can't defile a daughter of Zion like that and just shoot her back in the world. That's not how this works. Give me the one in 1 Corinthians 7. Drop down to verse. What verse is that? 18. Drop down to verse 18. You give me the one in 1 Corinthians 7 and 1.
First Corinthians chapter 1 and chapter 7, verse 1. Now concerning the things thereof, he wrote unto me, it is good for a man not to touch a woman.
It is good for a man not to touch a woman. What is that talking about? It's in a sexual manner. Paul saying it's good for a man not to touch a woman in a sexual manner. Because you know what that's going to lead to? Sex. Fornication. If I touch a woman and she's curvy and she has big breasts, it's going to lead to fornication. That's why Paul said, don't touch her. Why are you even entertaining that? If you're not prepared to take the responsibility of that woman. Read.
Nevertheless,
if you do want to touch, read.
To avoid fornication.
If you want to go ahead and touch and avoid fornication, what?
Let every man have his own wife.
Go ahead and marry that woman. And do it right. Don't avoid the counsel like y'all Israelites like to do, and then want to come to Rata and me later and be like, oh, I need counsel with my marriage. How about you just do it right the first time? Do it right the first time. Have the premarital counseling. If we don't know the answer, we got elders we can go to that's been doing this since the 90s. We're going to do it. We're going to do it right. We're going to do the best we can. No, but y'all don't want that. Yeah, like I said, y'all feel women want the little tingly feeling at the bottom, right? They don't think about nothing else. Right? Read.
Let every woman have her own husband.
Mm-hmm. So that's what he was talking about. Let's sit on that. That's what he was talking about, because a lot of times this 1 Corinthians 7 is misappropriated. They're not understanding. He's talking about what he was talking about in chapter 5. It's a continuation. You're like, look, man, I'm hearing all this fornication. Y'all sleeping with your father's wives. But look, if y'all want to go ahead and get rid of that, go ahead and get your own wife. Stop touching these women and looking at them in a lustful manner. Go ahead and get your own wife. But if you ain't trying to do that, then don't do that. Stay by yourself. Then he continued and said, look, I'd rather you be like me, but if you burn it, go ahead. Get your woman. It's okay. Right? Read that. 8, is it 11? 11.
Look at 1 Corinthians chapter 5 and verse 11. But now I have written unto you not to keep company if any man that is called a brother be a fornicator.
So look, fast forward it, because I don't want to hold y'all too long. We're an hour in. So yeah, that's about, I want to do about an hour and 30, hour and 20. So look, what he's saying was, look, we already know we're not even supposed to be dealing with the Cardi B's and Megan Thee Stallions, right? But he's saying, look, if you got somebody that's in the truth that's moving like that, read it again.
But now I have written unto you not to keep company if any man that is called a brother be a fornicator.
This is brothers and sisters that's actually in this thing, that's working and doing the feast with y'all. If they on that type of time, when they going to pillar to post, povo stick to povo stick, man chasing harlots, read.
Or covetous, or idolater, or a railer, or a drunkard, or an extortioner. With such one, know not to eat.
Do not keep a feast with him. Do not keep the feast with them. Basically saying, don't gather with them. Basically saying, get that spirit out your camp. That's the words of the Father. That's the wisdom of the Heavenly Father, because that spirit can move around and jump on sisters and jump on men. Next thing you know, you got a camp full of fornicators with no goddamn control. Everybody want to hump on each other. Right? Have we not seen this in Israel? We ain't gonna say no names, but y'all know what it is. It's madness. Right? Like damn circus. How do you stop this? Discipline. Give me Colossians 3 and 5. This is how you stop this.
Book of Colossians chapter 3 and verse 5. Mortify therefore your members.
What does the word mortify mean?
Kill off.
Kill it. Discipline. Cut it off. Damn, man. My eyes is calling me to, hey, let me go ahead and cut this off, man. Hey, porn is causing me to, let me go ahead and cut it off, man. Put a locker on your phone. Do something. Right? Church videos have you in that spirit where you want to get the call and Keisha, and yeah, cut it off. Let me text all of you. Look, first of all the little thoughts in your phone should be deleted when you come in here. You know what I'm saying? Delete it. I know when I first came into the truth, I had to throw away my old phone, man. So I won't even have the urges. You know what I'm saying? Let me just throw it away. Let me just throw it. I don't even want to tip myself. You know what I'm saying? Throw it away. Very simple. The Israelites y'all like to play with the line, but this is the cold thing about it. We don't know if Yahweh gonna forgive us. So while y'all playing with the line, y'all wanna get to the day of judgment and he be like, I never knew you. Y'all wanna play like that? I don't know if that's a risk I want to take. Y'all want to take that risk? Is it really worth it for that little 15 minutes of humping? Huh? Some people it is, I guess. Not for me. Not for me. 15 minutes of pleasure is not worth my soul. All right? Mortify. Cut it off, right? Cut off. Discipline yourself. Read.
Mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth, fornication, uncleanness, inordinate affection, evil concupiscence, and covetousness, which is idolatry.
All that he mentioned goes into aspects of irresponsible sex. Sex outside of marriages. Concupiscence, inordinate affection. This is all foregoing premarital counseling, trying to do it yourself, right? Because you think you've grown, right, sisters? Because y'all think y'all grown, but y'all not, right? You might be grown in your mind, but you're not grown in the spirit. You don't know how to pick a man. This is why in the world, your ass kept making bad decisions, right? So when you get in this truth, this is why you want to have a man oversee and make sure that he makes the best decision for you, that's going to look out for you, right? Because you probably never had that at home, right? You come into this truth and you avoid it. You don't want to deal with it. You know why? Because your spirit is telling you you're still wicked. You're still stuck in Babylon. I can do it myself. I don't need them to help me pick a man. We're not trying to help you pick a man. We're saying if you're going to pick one, let's go ahead and vet him. That's what we're saying. Let's go ahead and get it right. Let's talk about the serious things that y'all want to talk about, right? Let's get past the lust, because that's mainly what it is. Let's get past, oh, he's attractive. He makes me tingle, right? Let's get past that. Let's talk about where y'all going to live. How much money is he bringing in? Because can I be real with y'all, sisters? Y'all, we can be real, right? We family, right? Do y'all respect a man if he making less money than y'all? Be real. Be honest. No. You say yeah? You will? Okay. What about you, Rena?
Well, if he's trying hard.
Exactly. That's what I'm thinking. Thank you. She being real. Really, the real answer is, this is cool, but hey, nigga, you need to look. You need to get there, right? And this is why the Most High said, look, what's the scripture? In Corinthians, 2 Corinthians 6:14. And what is it? It says, evenly yoked. We don't got to go there. Evenly yoked, right? That's not just on a spiritual level. That's financially too, because women only going to respect a man that he needs to be dominant. He needs to be dominant over her. Remember the Most High gave us dominion, right? If you don't have dominion in your household, how the hell are you going to run a nation? You already violated the first commandment. How you going to run a nation? You can't run your house. That's what's going on with Israel. Oh, Yahweh, I'm on the street corner. Oh, that's cool. All praises. What are you doing in your house? That's the real works. Because that's when it's time to go to judgment, Yahweh Shai gonna look at that. You can't fool him. You can fool the brethren. You can fool the people. You keeping the commandments? Are you keeping the commandments, King? Because your household is a goddamn mess. Right? That's scriptural. Iran didn't come up with this. This is what the scriptures say. So look, we got to make sure that we in order. We got too much out of orderness in Israel, and it's reflecting. And I can see it in your relationships. The relationship is going to tell it all. Remember, what's in the dark is going to come to the light. Most High going to make it broad in the light through your relationship. So how do we fix this? We got to get back to the proper order, man. What is the role of a woman? What is the role of a man in a marriage? Anybody?
The role of the marriage for a man is to provide, to teach.
Okay.
The role of a woman is to, follow, keep the household in order, instruct the children.
Are we doing that in Israel? You said what?
Not for the most part.
Not for the most part? Look, let's keep it real. Let's stop playing, all right? That's not happening. All right? It's not happening. Brothers are not working hard enough. Give me Sirach. Let me show you something. Sirach 7. 15.
Book of Sirach, chapter 7 and verse 15. Hate not laborer's work.
The Lord said, hate not laborious work. What does that mean? He said, he fall in love with work that's hard. Hard work, fall in love with it. Look, I made my son who sit on the right hand of me go down there and die for some damn people that don't care about him. Just because it was pleasing to me. How much more us? Or how much less than, well, how much more us? Yeah. If he did that to his only begotten son, he going to expect more from us. And he gave us his Holy Spirit. He gave us the gift and we don't want to put in the work. Read it again.
Hate not laborer's work, neither husbandry, which the Most High hath ordained.
What is husbandry? Gardening, tilling the earth, right? That's what he gave to who? Adam. Adam had dominion over the whole earth. That's what a husband is. Husbandry, that's what that goes into. Cultivating crops, cultivating the land, cultivating the crops and the land and the animals, ruling the earth, including them other damn wild beasts, Esau and all them boys. Right? We're supposed to have rulership, but how are you going to do that if you can't even get your household in order? Israel, seriously. You should not be out here street teaching. You should not be out here Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and your wife is working harder than you. All right? Out of order, men. I'm going to get on both of y'all. Men, come on, that's out of order, bro. If your wife is working harder than you, you tripping. I know how it is. I get it. I mean, it's a whole nother discussion with the 1960 feminist movement and how they gave a lot of our women these things to break us up, break up the black family. You know, to usurp authority over us and give them the higher paying jobs. I get it. We're not using, I love when I'm about to say that. We're not using that bullshit excuse no more. We're in captivity. The Lord said, Joshua 1:8, if I do this work and I do these commandments, I'm going to have good success. I really believe that. How much work are you putting in? So let me give an example. Let's break it down in layman's terms. Brothers, if you're working 30, 40, 50 hours a week, you need to turn it up another 10, 15 hours. If you ask your job for more hours, they don't want to give you more hours, go ahead and Uber. You need your off day, you need to get in the scripts in the morning and you need to be out until the sun down. Go get to that chicken, man. You need to be bringing home some extra money if you want your rib to respect you. She's not gonna respect you. She might like. I mean, I love that sister kept her 100. She's like, you need to be trying. But how you? I mean, if you ain't making no changes, and you, what are you doing? Most of our men just drowning in their sorrows. Esau won't give me a job. Esau won't do this. I hate that. All right, look, I understand the systemic racism. I'm not saying it's not a thing, but we smart enough to work around it. We know how to beat the system, right? Make it work for you. Use it. Hey, look, if you got single parents on welfare and they get by, hey, look, hey, it's no excuses. We need to figure it out. We know how to, we can run the play and make it work for us. They're giving out stimulus. How many of y'all investing in it? Right? How many of y'all are really, really taking the steps to get better? Men, right? We're not doing these things. And this is why we're in these predicaments where our women don't respect us. So we're going out teaching, but when you come back home, it's a damn chaos. And it's because the Most High trying to show you something, usually reflective. The relationship is reflective. Not all the time, but usually it's reflective. It's like, all right, how you feel about your wife, that's how the Most High feel about you. Tighten up. Not all the time. Sometimes you might have just a wicked wife, but sometimes you might not. It might be just you going off. She might be with it. You just a bum and a bumite. You're a slugger, and you out here thinking that she gonna worship your feet, and you not putting in the work. You want these king results, but you ain't putting in the king work. Give me Sirach 36, 23. We're almost done. Sirach 36, 23.
Book of Sirach, chapter 36, and verse 23. If there be kindness, meekness, and comfort in her tongue, then is not her husband like other men.
Why did they say that? Sisters? Somebody in the sisters help me. Read that again.
If there be kindness, meekness, and comfort in her tongue, then is not her husband like other men.
Why did Sirach say that?
Because she doesn't respect her husband. And women who don't are talking mess.
Majority of them don't. Majority of them are not like her, right? Majority of them are like, read that again. Huh?
If there be kindness, meekness, and comfort in her tongue, then is not her husband like other men.
He's not like other men. He's in a rare position. Because most women hate they men. Am I lying, sis? I'm sure you get a lot of calls, right? Look, this is going to be a real class because we're going to help each other. We're not going to be able to help each other with this bullshit, slipping under the rug. We don't have no problems. We're going to bring it out and open rebuke each other, all right? And we're going to get better, all right? That's how we get better. Real talk, sis. I'm sure you have. You've been doing this for a while, about 4 years, right? You've been here. You heard some stuff, right? We ain't got to say no names, but we heard some stuff, right? Exactly, right? Most men are going through it right now. Most men are going through it right now. Read that. The next verse.
Verse 24. He that getteth a wife beginneth a possession.
What is the possession? Something that you own, right? So that means this is a business too, right? Marriage. It ain't just about love, right? Okay. So what type of wife are you? Sisters, y'all got to answer that. Just think in your head. What type of wife are you? Are you a liability or are you an asset to your husband? What's a liability, Linda?
The liability is it's like divorcing.
You said what?
Divorcing.
He's taking away, right?
Yes.
And the asset is adding, right? Are you adding to your husband or are you taking away? Y'all meditate on that, sisters online, and the ones that want to be married. Are you gonna add and contribute, or are you gonna take away from this man? Think about that. Brothers too. What type of dude are you? Are you gonna add value to the sister, or are you gonna bring more havoc to the sister life? If you're not there, you're not there. That's what the premarital counseling is there for. All right. It's okay. You can withdraw and say, all right, we're going to try this thing out under conditions and we're going to get it right and we're going to build. But y'all, what Israel like to do is, oh, fuck that. No, I don't want to do that. Let me go have sex because I'm horny. Right? Let me go have sex because I want to sensationalize my little tingle down here. Right? And now you're stuck forever. Trying to tell y'all how to do it right the first time. That's why I read earlier. It says marrying your daughter is a weighty matter. Rata got 7. Man, we got a big duty as men. We got to make sure. Well, not 7, Salaki. We got 6, 5 or 5 or 6. 5. We got 5 daughters. We got 5 daughters that we got to get right. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot. That's a lot, man. That's a weighty matter, man. That means we got 5 men we got to get it right with. And look, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. Me personally, I think men should wait a little longer because in your 20s, you don't really know too much. You should probably get married when you're like 28, close to 30. Women mature a little faster than y'all. Women, y'all should get married a little younger. When it's time for you to bear children. Most High God said marry young for a reason. Because it's a time gap for y'all to have children. So he wants y'all to marry young, typically an older man that you respect. And men, y'all go get y'all ish together. And then go get your wife when you're about 28, 30. Because you really get it. You start at 28, that's when you start hitting your groove. You stop doing dumb 20-year-old stuff. And you start getting smart. You're getting your credit right. You're getting your money right. You know what I'm saying? You got some in the savings. You've been working, right? That's just I mean, the scriptures don't say that, but that's just my theory in life from me living. I noticed Sarah called Abraham Lord. He was 10 years older than her. That means 10 years more experience, and he was wealthy. She called him Lord because he probably taught her everything she know. Just imagine, brothers, if you're 10 years older than your wife. Now what you know. Of course you're gonna call you Lord. Right? Of course she's gonna call you Lord because you know everything now, as opposed to
she thinks she equal to you. She ain't gonna call you.
She's not gonna call you Lord. If she thinks she equal,
nigga, I seen you from the.
I seen you when you wasn't shit.
Yeah, you ain't Lord.
You ain't no Lord. You a bum. You a slouch. That's getting to it now. You trying to get to it. I know who you is. I knew you when you ain't had nothing. You don't want that. And so I'm just giving y'all advice. Do what y'all want, but I'm giving y'all the advice based on my knowledge in the scriptures. Remember, a multitude of counselors is what? Safety. I'm trying to make it safe for y'all. This truth should be fun, but you can make it hard if you want to. So y'all, Israel, you can make it hard if you want to. Go ahead and deny the counsel and do it your way, and let's see how it work out. All right, we almost done. Let's get Sirach. We're gonna probably have to continue at another time. We're gonna feast. Sirach 29 and 21. Sirach 29 and 21 and 24.
Okay, Sirach chapter 29 and verse 21. The chief thing for life is water and bread and clothing and a house to cover shame.
So those are the basic things as a man. If you can't provide those for your woman, you're not ready to be married. All right. Read it again.
The chief thing for life is water and bread and clothing and a house to cover shame.
If you don't have those basic necessities, you're not ready. It's okay. You can like her. Y'all can have an attraction, but you got to get to that point where you can provide those things adequately, right? Don't even think about a second one. All right. Brothers, come on, don't even think. If you can't provide that for the first one, that's out. Don't even think about a second one, right? Give me Exodus 10. Let me address that real quick. Exodus 10, 21 and 10, Mosh. Address that real quick, all right? And this is not Iran. It's not Ratazan and Iran doctrine, all right? Listen to the words of Yahweh, okay? Yahweh is telling you this, not me. Exodus 21 and 10.
Exodus chapter 21, verse 10. If you take him another wife,
if you take another wife, read.
Her food, her raiment, and her duty of marriage shall not be diminished.
If you can't do that, you're disqualified. All right? If you can't do that according to the Torah, right? As brothers like to say, the Torah, right? According to the Torah, if you can't do that, you're disqualified. Don't even talk about it. I'm never going to approve it. If you ain't got Drake money, don't even talk about it. It's just not for you, buddy. Wait for the kingdom. You get it? Now, if you got the bread to do it, then hey, look, all praises. Let's go ahead and do it. It's honorable. I'm all for it. But if you ain't got that, we're not gonna have no situation where y'all on blow up beds and y'all. Come on, man. We going off. We all in damn blow up beds in a not even a one bedroom. We in a damn what do you call it? Studio. Hey, where are you gonna get some privacy with your wife? So you gonna take one in the bathroom and so she can hear the other one hearing it? What are we doing? Israel, we sloppy. Most High ain't ready for us. Y'all sloppy. Y'all lust. Y'all got that lust demon that y'all bringing in the world into this truth. Tighten up. Get it right with your rib. Man. Pick right. Make sure this is one you want to be with for the rest of your life. Read that.
Verse 22. Better is the life of a poor man in a mean cottage than delicate fare in another man's house.
Absolutely. The Lord said better to get your own than be in another man's house, man. So if you still in your daddy or mama house, you need to check that. All right. Ain't no man finna give his daughter away to a man that's still living with his mom. That don't make sense. Sirach 29. Now we have verse
24.
23.
23. Be it little or much, hold thee content, that thou hear not the reproach of thy house.
The Lord said, whether it's little or it's a big house, man, hold it down. Hold it down. That's what I'm saying, man. If you got to put in 60-hour work weeks, go ahead and do that. Your wife is going to respect you. She's going to honor you more. What she don't want to see is you doing this. Twiddling your fingers. What we going to do? She looking for you for the answers. What you asking her for? That means you ain't ready to be no goddamn king if you asking your real, what we going to do? You tell her what we doing. This is the plan. Follow me. I got you. Trust me. That's what it needs to be. Not what we're going to do, man. All right? Yeah. We need this strong rebuking, man, because we going off. That's why our marriage is not working. Read.
Verse 24. For it is a miserable life to go from house to house.
It's miserable. Hey, I did it in my 20s. I'm at mom's house today. My dad's house tomorrow. Granny house. I'm at the homie's house. Bumming. Just a bummite. You know what I'm saying? Just bumming it. Pipe dreaming. You know what I mean? Trying to sell off some software. I was young and dumb. You know what I mean? Went to Africa thinking I'm gonna cash out. Didn't work how you know what I'm saying, how I wanted to. Nevertheless, came back with a big zero and a lot of debt, right? Felt like a bum, and I feel like I failed everybody because I thought I was going to be rich, right? I was doing this type. Read that again.
For it is a miserable life to go from house to house.
It's miserable when you don't have no foundation and you're not stable. Damn, we got to move again. Has anybody had to move a lot? That shit is not cool. Ain't nothing cool about that. You want to be stable when you own your home and you're there and you pass it down to your children. Read.
For where thou art a stranger, thou darest not open thy mouth.
You know what I'm saying? Then you moving your kids to different neighborhoods. They don't know the kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, man, we was cool. We just had our friends. Now we got to go to this new school. It's like, man, be more stable, right? Drop that. Give me two more. Let's get First Timothy 5:8. We're gonna probably have to continue this lesson. We have to continue this. First Timothy 5:8.
Book of 1 Timothy chapter 5 and verse 8. But if any provide not for his own, especially for those of his own house, he hath denied the faith.
He is what?
He hath denied the faith.
If you do not provide for your own house, the Lord said you denied the faith. And what? You are worse than what?
And is worse than an infidel.
You're worse than a non-believer. So if you're not bringing in that chicken, man, Most High said you worse than an infidel, man. How you even look yourself in the mirror and say you're a man? I ain't say that. Most High said that. Right? Let's get all right. So let's balance this. All right. I'm gonna end it with the sisters. All right. So let's get Timothy. Titus 2. I have more. We started kind of late. I'm probably have to do a continuation. There you go. What's up, big bro? Titus, go ahead, bring that out.
Titus
2 and 3.
2 and 3. Look at Titus chapter 2 and verse 3. The aged woman likewise, that they be in behavior as becoming holiness.
The aged woman. Holiness. What is holiness, sisters? Set apart, right? That means you different. If I can't tell you different from a worldly woman, that's a problem. I mean, you got some things you got to do within your spirit. And I ain't just talking about because you wear a hair wrap and you got a dress on. I need to be able to tell in your behavior she's different. All right? She's not like those women in the world. What I'm seeing too much in Israel is sisters, they coming in, right? They not really rooted. They come into this thing, and it's natural. You like boys. I get it. You want a husband, right? But you moving like a thought. All right? There's a lot of sisters moving like a thought. And we got to stop. And y'all sisters got to correct them. Because if y'all don't do nothing, y'all see it in this blood in your hands. Check your sister. If she going off, check her. And if she ignorant or whatever, we'll get to her. We'll talk to her. I know how sometimes sisters can be hard to talk to. So what, though? That's what most I didn't say this is going to be easy. All right? That's part of loving your people. Read.
The aged women likewise, that they be in behavior as becoming holiness, not false accusers, not giving much wine, teachers of good things, that they may teach the young women to be sober.
Teach young women to control themselves and not overdrink. Y'all see one of y'all sisters drinking too much and she by herself, or it's not a lot of dudes around. I mean, it's a lot of dudes around, and she's kind of intermingling with too many men. Sisters, go ahead and grab her. Tell her she coming with us. Come on, bro. You going with us. Go home. It's not a good look. All right. It's not like you're a little hot and tempted. You want a man. We know how it is. Let's go ahead and save this problematic situation. All right? Be circumspect. Watch out for your sister and brothers. Read.
To love their husbands. To love their children. To be discreet.
To love their husband. What?
To love their husband.
See, what are our women doing now? They're not prioritizing marriage right now. They're foregoing it. Saying, well, not sisters in the truth. Sisters in the truth want to get married. But y'all got to be more patient. Remember long suffering. Be more patient. Look, the man going to be here. Let's see if he even seasoned. Like, let's see if he's going to be around for a couple seasons. It's okay. I get it. I understand. I'm not acting like I'm not speaking from a place where I didn't live it. Look, I'm older than y'all. I did everything y'all did. Times 10. Promise. Like, I had the world. I'm thankful that the Most High gave me the truth before, because I did the worldly stuff. And then I came in this truth and had to be, didn't meet my rib until 2 years. It's not really a long time, but 2 years is kind of a long time when you're used to getting it on a regular, where you can get it anytime you want to. When all you got to do is just, hey, you know how I'm in, hit hey in a text message, a blast text, and the first one to respond. Yeah. Yeah, right, that's what I came from. You know what I'm saying? So 2 years is kind of like, it's not really long. Like Iyakar, I respect Iyakar. Iyakar took 7 years, right? That's different. It's a different type of dude. 7 years, that's different. You know what I'm saying? Shout outs to him. He and that forefathers with Jake. He in that Jacob bag. You know what I'm saying? Where he waited 7 years for Rachel. That's different. You know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, man, what I'm basically saying is, have some diligence, have patience. If he wants you, he ain't going nowhere, right? If she wants you, she ain't going nowhere. And if she do, so be it. Thank you. Most High saved you a damn headache. If she want, oh, you taking too long, you a thought. Hey man, look, she need to go on your program, man. Set the tone. All right, let me see you learn a little bit. Do y'all value yourselves? I don't know. I'm asking y'all.
Yeah.
Do Israel value? I can't tell. I'm being honest. I'm looking from the seat right here, and I'm like, I can't tell. A certain part of me get it, but it's like, this is not the world. That's worldly ways. We can't bring those Babylonian customs into this truth. It don't have no place here. What is the judgment for Babylon? Destruction. So that means we got to kill everything that comes with it. All right? Finish that.
To love their husbands, to love their children, to be discreet, chaste, keepers at home.
Chaste. What is that? Chastity. What is that? Good behavior. Give me some more. Look that word up. Look that up for me. Yeah, exactly. Go say it again. Celibacy, right? Right? She got a little bit of decorum. Yeah. She got a little bit of lockdown there, right? Exactly. And look, for the ones that like to be smart, well, I didn't let him enter my vagina, right? Do you really think it's okay to kiss and let a man tongue you down in his truth? That's a question. Sisters, is it okay to do that? Y'all know that's out of order, right? Okay, let's start playing. All right. Y'all know you can't do that. This is not, oh, tag me it, none of this. No, you do that, you gotta stay down. You gotta pursue that man now. Y'all betrothed. That's a betrothal now. You didn't let him enter you. There was no intercourse, but nevertheless, you jumped the line. You didn't want to get the counsel for Ratazan and I. So since you jumped the line, now you belong to that man now, because you're defiled. He humbled you. Okay, so be careful. It's okay to like a man, but let's be patient. And like I said, sisters, you know what I mean? Well, you still young, sisters, you got time. But as you get a little older, make sure that if you know, we're gonna be here anyways through the Spirit, Most High willing. But nevertheless, make sure that it's a man that is above you. All right. The scripture said even the yoke, but really you want him to be above you. You want him to pull you up. Hypergamy is okay. We all right. We are with it. That's why David has so many. They wanted the king. It makes sense. Now that comes with a price, though, sisters. You know what I'm saying? If you want the king, then there's a certain way you got to operate to get the king, right? Certain way you got to operate, and the scriptures is very clear on that. Did y'all see how Esther was? Did y'all see how she was moving to get a harceress? Right? Now she was running game on him. You know what I'm saying? Because she really was doing it to free her people, but nevertheless, she was so delicate and friendly and cooperative as a woman to the point he was like, you can have half of the kingdom. What do you want? Are y'all moving like that, or are y'all ignorant? Going back and forth, bickering with your man, telling them what you're not going to do. Y'all got to think about that. Do y'all want that type of marriage? Or you want? Because if you got a man that you respect, it's no way. You're supposed to see your man and see your Hawashai. It's no way in hell you can see your Hawashai and argue and bicker with him. Are you going to argue and bicker with your Hawashai? You're going to be flaming young. Go ahead and do that if you want to. Most High not dealing with that. He's not dealing with that out of ordinance. It's not going to be that in the kingdom. It said our daughters of Zion are going to be gorgeous and beautiful. And we don't need that ugly spirit. So leave that in Babylon, all right? Hopefully y'all was edified through the Spirit. Most High in Christ bless. And shalom to the family online. Hopefully y'all learned. Probably had to do another series on this. I had a whole lot more, but we're going to turn up. We're going to feast, all right? Shalom. Have a blessed Sabbath, all right? Shalom.